Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
I don't know when I'm going to end up posting this video, but basically for me, today, I posted a comment on my channel thread just saying, hey, I really want to celebrate you all, so if you could send me like an image of a project you're proud of and send me some information about that project and why you're proud of it, I want to share it here so that we can all just like love on each other and brag on each other a little bit because we don't get to brag too often. I'm just really excited. I don't know what I would share if someone gave me the prompt of send me a picture of your most proud like knit or crochet piece. So I'm really curious to see what people come up with. I posted this about 2 hours ago and I have already gotten a dozen emails. So I'm trying to record this in pieces because I want to make sure that I like can actually show as many of these as possible as they're coming up. So this is my first session to like sit down. I have not seen any of these yet. So I will be like experiencing these at the same time as you. So when I ask for submissions, I ask people to send me a blurb that they're comfortable having shared publicly, as well as an image that they're comfortable having shared publicly, and a name that they are comfortable having shared publicly. So I will be popping up the images, and then I will be reading through what they wrote me for you, because I'm just so excited. Okay, let's go. Ooh, okay. This project I want to show was my first ever test knit. I jumped right in with all over lace, and although it's pilling very badly by now and snagged at a couple spots because I wore it so much, I'm still very proud of how it turned out. Jantine. I'm so sorry, by the way, if I say anyone's name wrong, I am so sorry. Just know that. Okay, let me zoom in. Ma'am. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. That's bold. For a first test knit, I would be so nervous. Oh my gosh, were you nervous? We're just gonna see a lot of really beautiful stuff today, aren't we? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jantine. All right, Annie Lace. Dang, people, okay. You all are crazy. Okay, this one's from Annie. This is my most recent finished project, Braided Bread by Jen Lempen. Snaptic stitches. I had bought a bunch of green yarn for another project and it ended up not being suitable for, and had a couple of false starts with it on other projects before I found this one. Even then, I had unraveled and restarted this project twice. Oh my gosh, I feel you on that. Especially on a cabling project, that's tough because you really have to make sure that you're picking up those stitches correctly. If you're only unraveling partway. Okay, once because I messed up the cable pattern visibly enough that it would bother me wearing it around. I've done the same thing. And once because I only had a little bit of white yarn to start with and the dye lots were too different. Oh my gosh, once the rest arrived. If you look closely, you can see the other visible mistake with the cable pattern at the bottom here, but it didn't bother me enough to warrant a third. I had a lot of fun making this. I love doing cables and color patterns, but hadn't ever done 2-color brioche cables before. Neither have I, but now I kind of want to. Does anyone else want to? Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. I think these are like the Celtic inspired cables, and it just shows so well with 2-color brioche. And also, no, I cannot see the other mistake when I look closely. It looks perfect to me. Oh, I would be proud of this too. Good work, Annie. Okay, this one is from Melissa. Thank you for this opportunity. I made these twin-size blankets as a wedding present for my nephew and his wife. As soon as I heard that their wedding date was 3/16, I knew I wanted to feature John 3:16 in a gift for them. So I made his and hers twin blankets for them to cuddle up in. You made 2 blankets? Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. Okay, on one, I just did the standard scripture, and on the other, I personalized it with them and their names and wedding date. They were made using mosaic crochet, which I had never done before. Wow, that's bold. For this to be your first dive in, that's bold. I modified the pattern quite a bit to get the look I wanted. I did a double border that was definitely a labor of love, but brought all the colors together beautifully. I love making one-of-a-kind gifts for friends and family. Melissa. Okay, I just saw the attachment, so like a tiny little version, so I'm gonna blow it up and see. Ooh, those borders do look really cool. That turned out really good. Your color changing is so good. That's probably what the mosaic helps with, is making those like, yeah, that color changing look really crisp. Wow. And I like the font style too. You you did an excellent job executing that, and that whole thing is a labor of love. Are you kidding me? Those two blankets, twin sized. Good job, Melissa. I'm going to say that about everyone, but it's all true. Okay, this is from Anne. I began crocheting in 2021 and quickly found mosaic crochet. Ooh, I'm sensing a theme here. Okay. It's become my favorite type of crochet, and I've made several blankets with this technique. I made this mosaic blanket for our good friends Deb and Kendall in 2022 when I had been crocheting for about a year. We've known Deb and Kendall for decades. They are always so generous with our children and give them birthday gifts every year. Since they don't have children, it feels like we don't have a lot of opportunity to reciprocate their generosity. We wanted them to know that we see how they give more than they take and that we love them for it. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. And you know what? When people are loved, usually they know that they're loved, especially if you're like talking about them this way. They know they're loved. Okay, this pattern is Flutterby by Met Hesselberg. Bitterg. We don't have a lot of J's in English just thrown in there, so I don't know how to say that. And I made it as part of a crochet along. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, that color changing is so good. You did good. Hi, I love that you're making a video about your subscribers' projects. I can definitely relate. Every time I post about my projects or send photos to relatives, I feel like my hobbies are not important or advanced enough to be interesting. That's not true. That's your brain lying to you. That's not true. Anyways, I was not sure what the title of this email should be, but I hope it still reaches you. It definitely reached me. You're good. And here's my project photo and description. Okay. Meet Hallie, which is hug in Finnish, and Tigger. They have showed me that I am capable of learning new things. For so long, I wasn't sure I could crochet things like them. I wouldn't have the skills or concentration. One amigurumi workshop at a craft event sparked hope in me. Now I have so many plushy plans brewing in my head. It may be silly, but I actually sleep with them even though I'm in my 20s. They make me feel safe. I'm hoping to make Tigger some friends and eventually create my own version of the 100-acre wood in my living room with trees and everything. That way I could see them every time I sit on the sofa, and they can remind me that if I want to, I can. And so can you. Okay, real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I sleep with this every night. This is my childhood stuffed animal. And I was told many times by adults that, like, you're gonna have to stop using that thing eventually, or sleeping with that thing eventually. You're gonna get married. All right, this is me and my husband's plushy pillows that we also sleep with and fight over every night. Both of us has to have one, and if one grabs two of them, there's a fight a brewing. Your plushies are so cute. The Tigger turned out adorable. Oh my gosh. Because I've only done one plushie, and they're not like as easy as people would think. So it's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not very good at 3-dimensional crochet. I would love to be better at it. So literally anytime someone can execute 3-dimensional crochet and have it look okay, it's good. Yes, you can learn new things. All right, next up we have Sally. Hi, Isabella. I hope you're well. I am well. I've loved your channel for a long time now. Thank you so much for sharing your work and thoughts. You're great to craft along with. You're so sweet. Seriously, thank you. Anytime someone gives me a compliment, I'm basically on the verge of tears. Okay, this is what I'm calling the Autumn Kaleidoscope Blanket. I started making the Stardust Melodies Crochet Along, designed by Polly Plum, in Marble Chunky 07 by James C. Brett, with a 10mm crochet hook instead of a 5x5 in the original pattern. I wanted to make it 5x7 to comfortably fit 2 people. I started it in December of 2021 and finished it in September of 2023. This project has seen me through some big life events and one house move, and it was the best travel project to do on the bus or train. I still remember which square I made first and which I made last. I recommend this pattern as all the squares are different, so it's always interesting to pick up. This is the largest blanket I've made so far, and it was so satisfying to finish. It was a great project to stretch my skills with as I made up my own patterns, in keeping with the theme to make up the 35 squares I needed. It's the perfect size to snuggle under, with my love as autumn nights draw in. First off, how poetic is that line? Snuggle under with my love as the autumn nights draw in. Beautifully stated, Sally. Coming out here with some poetry. Okay, I need to zoom out. It zoomed in to the picture or painting on your nightstand, and it looks cool AF. Okay, oh. Ooh, that's insane. Those colors are stunning. Good work. Good frickin' work. People are so cool. I'm so glad that you guys sent this in. Seriously, it requires an amount of bravery. I'm not kidding. Anytime that a YouTuber is like, oh, email to this and maybe I'll show your room or like something, I never do it because one, I don't think that they'll ever pick mine, and two, because I'm terrified of like what people would think of like being judged. So it does require an amount of bravery, and I appreciate that. Day 2, and I got more emails last night, so I'm excited to go through them. And let's go. I always end my sentences with the word and then I have to figure out how to fill the rest of the sentence. It's really unfortunate. Okay. Sadie. Hi, I'm Sadie, and I recently crocheted a cosplay from Furion from the anime Furin? Frieren. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. I'm still working on the accessories to complete this with a cosplay competition, but I wore it for Halloween this year anyways. I made this using several heavily modified patterns and a few original patterns, which was all a first for me. It's really special to have that experience. Every cosplayer can tell you about where most people give you a funny look or two, or three, recognizing the character and think it's the best thing they've ever seen. Plus the fiber artist moment of telling people I made it is always great. Yes. I've been sending a ton of progress pictures to a few Discord servers and have gotten some very helpful feedback when I've had issues with it, but mostly I've just been getting tons of support from the communities I send it to, which never fails to make my day. I'm so excited to see all the projects that are featured. The community is so supportive in my experience, and I love seeing what everyone does. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna open them up. Some of them are just like little file attachments, so I don't see them until I'm done reading. Okay, real quick. Love your hair. Love your hair. Not kidding. And also, my goodness, the structural like integrity of this crochet garment is on point. You did it so well with the skirt and the little like there's a belt over it so I can't see, but it's like gathers or pleats. Oh, that's really impressive. If I saw you out and about, I would for sure stop you and be like, "Yo, tell me about this, please, please." Okay, now I need to look up the anime. Oh, you nailed it. You properly nailed it. Oh my gosh. Okay, good work. Good work. Okay, this one's from Jennifer. Wow, Jennifer, you are very organized. Your email is very organized. My submission for your video is as follows. 1, crochet bunny featuring the love of my life, Bella the cat. That's my name. I decided in a fit of delusion and passion last fall that I wanted to learn to crochet, and so I did. From September to December, I learned everything I could from every YouTube video I could get my hands on. I've always been a perfectionist, and for the first time in my life, I enjoyed failing and learning to fail some more. As a result, I made each niece a special Christmas gift, and this was one of my favorites. The kiddos all love their gifts, and it was such a special memory. The bunny is so cute and just fills me with joy. Okay, let's see what... That is so cute. That is so cute. Okay. Okay. The ruffly bit around the head, and hi, Bella the cat. Hello. I love the way that Bella is stationed by this bunny. It really looks like she's presenting it as her own, like this is mine, and she wants to share it with the world. Or he. I don't want to assume the gender of your cat based on the name because my cats both have boy names, but they're ladies. That's so cute. Okay, let's see what the second one is. A funfetti sweater. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but funfetti is my favorite type of yarn, and anything named funfetti I know I'm gonna love. Okay, I am so proud of this one, but you could hide my face with a sticker. Okay, yes, absolutely. By January 2024, I decided that I should keep going, and knitting couldn't be any harder than crochet. Once again, I threw myself into learning and made my first sweater in April. This was only the second sweater I made, but I love it so much. I held 2 yarns together for the first time. It looked like funfetti cake. I wear it as much as possible to show it off. And as an experiment, I timed the entire process, took pictures, and made a silly Instagram reel. And so this project took me exactly 30 days over 85 hours. Oh my gosh. For extra fun, I've priced this sweater at $2,000. 85 hours times $20 an hour equals $1,700 for labor, $200 Canadian in materials, and $100 for profit, I guess. Now I use this to tell people why I can't sell sweaters or if they ask for a free gift. I'm approaching my 1-year anniversary of knitting and itching to learn color work. I look forward to seeing the video and everyone's creations. That is the perfect funfetti speckle amount. And it's got all the rainbow colors in it. Okay, real quick, sorry. Your hair is gorgeous. I've never had the patience for long hair, so I respect it. I'm just zooming in and looking at all the details. Wow. This is the second sweater you made. Seriously, it looks perfect. It looks actually perfect. Okay, let's go. This is from Mo. This is my submission. This is the Leo Zodiac series by David Q. Orth. It is a black and white mosaic stitch queen size crochet blanket. This time a couple years ago. This pattern was my white whale. I had fallen in love with it before I knew a single thing about crochet, and I had convinced myself that if I ever managed to actually pull off this project, that it would signal my evolution into a skilled crocheter. About 9 months ago into my crochet journey, I, mostly on a whim, decided to start the giant undertaking that was this blanket with the goal of submitting it to a contest for my local yarn shop. At the time, that was less than 4 months away. Wow, that's ambitious. That's ambitious. A full blanket. Okay. I knew nothing about mosaic crochet when I started. For 56 days, I devoted basically every minute of my day to this blanket and got it done with time to spare. And to top it off, I won the mosaic category in People's Choice in the contest. Congratulations. Okay, I can't wait to see it. Even now, it is still one of the best and biggest. It took over 4,000 yards of yarn and most impressive things I have ever made. Okay, and then they also include, the name is Mo Gee, and you can find them as Mo versus Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry. MOE for Mo. That's so cute. Okay, let's open this up. What the heck, people? Okay, this is one of those things that I know I'm never gonna do. I'm never gonna do this because I would never finish it. And so all I can do is just appreciate it. And I appreciate the close-up image too of seeing what mosaic looks like up close like that. Okay, I have a question for you. For the people that have made these like really impressive blankets, where do you store these blankets? Are they like a guest room blanket? Are they like a tapestry on the wall? Do you like use it all the time because you spend so much time on it? Or are you like slapping hands away of like, don't touch this blanket. This is for looks only. I spent too much time on it for it to be used. Like what's the vibe we're rocking here? Because I feel like I would have such a hard time letting anyone touch this. But at the same time, I'd be like, I spent so much time on it. I want to work, like I want to use it. Oh my gosh. All right, this is from Kat. I am a new subscriber and I don't normally do things like this, but your call to celebrate projects we're proud of really caught my attention. This is such a cool idea. I can't wait to see what gets featured. I will be celebrating too. This is a cross stitch piece I designed myself. Ooh, I'm so glad someone submitted something outside of like knitting and crochet. I was hoping there'd be a couple of those thrown in. It's inspired by the village patterns from the Prairie Schooler. I've been cross stitching for about 6 years, but this is only the second pattern I've ever designed and a significant step up in complexity from the first. I sketch ideas by hand on graph paper, then plotted out the design in a cross stitch pattern making program on my computer. I looked at reference pictures of barns, chose my color palette super carefully, and experimented a lot to get the look of pumpkin vines just right. That's tough. Okay, I can't wait to see it because, yeah, okay. I can't wait to see it. I wanted to capture the cozy feeling of autumn in my childhood hometown, which was significantly more rural back then than it is now. As a kid, I spent a lot of time outdoors and loved Halloween. My dad and I would pick pumpkins and carve them together every year. I treasure those memories. My dad is very supportive of my crafting, and it means a lot to me that I can make art that means something to both of us. He loves this piece. It's now framed and hangs above his bedside table. Thank you, Kat. Okay, let's see. Oh, you did get those vines just right. Okay, she sent a close up. Yeah, you got those vines just right. This is so my style. This is very my style. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very like, yes, I would also hang this above my nightstand. This is so pretty and the colors are perfect. Yeah, you crushed it. You crushed it. I did like a really small cross stitch as a kid because my mom has cross stitched for most of her life. But I never have had the patience for it. And my friend also cross stitches. I'm the only one that does. Why am I not cross stitching? This is so cool. That's beautiful. Good job, Kat. Okay, this one is from Lupin. The Christmas train. When I first started crocheting, my mom showed me a pattern for a beautiful gingerbread train, and I told her that I would probably never be able to make it because it was so complicated. She gave me the pattern anyway and told me that maybe someday I could. That's the sweetest thing. Seriously, that's so sweet. She had faith in you. Okay, I have now made 2/3 part of the train for her, one each year since she got me the pattern. Knowing that she believed in me makes this my favorite project I've ever done. I never would have tried to make it if it weren't for her encouragement, and seeing her face light up every time she takes it out for Christmas brings me such joy. Oh my gosh, that's so cute! That's so cute! I love the little scallop top on the gingerbread for the snow. Did you get little lollipop sticks for the lollipops? Those are so good. I love it. Okay, this one is from Chui. So a dress I managed to crochet took me about 3 months, 1 kilo of bamboo cotton yarn. Pattern for the sleeves I found on Pinterest. The rest was freehand and a ton of frogging, and it ended up being my wedding dress too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to see this. Girl, girl, did you get married? Did you wear it yet? Did you love it? It ended up being my wedding dress. So yes, you probably did already wear it, but like, oh my gosh. That's so pretty. I love the sleeves. I love the detail that you did on the end of the sleeves. That's so cool. Like the large scallop portion, I think. And then at the bottom, I think that's so interesting what you did with the skirt and having those longer strands and then having it connect to the scallop bottom. That's really creative. Okay. That looks so good. This one is from Tenili. That's the thing about having an international like group of people watching my videos, which I'm so thankful for, by the way. But I don't know. Is that a French pronunciation? Because if it was in French, it would be like Tenille. Because in France, they just don't like pronouncing the last 4 letters of words for some reason. But I'm gonna say it like an American, and I'm so sorry. My name is Tennille, and I've been crocheting for a few years now, but this is my favorite piece I've made. It's Tina's. You're just trying to embarrass. You guys are trying to get me to say hard words. Thrarvalders pattern called the Queen Cow. It's an ongoing project that I pick up from time to time, but this very intricate piece has become an ever-growing tapestry and signifies my growth in crochet. It was my first advanced project, my first venture into mosaic crochet, and the first time I brought a pattern and invested in a high-quality yarn. I'm proud of myself for creating it, but more proud of myself for valuing my craft and learning that investing in my hobby is worth it. Absolutely. I've learned to embrace the colors through gradient yarn, accept accidents, and make my own patterns, having fun with designs and appreciating the project in its half-finished state. Crochet has brought me so much joy and creativity, and I cannot wait to look back when I'm finished to see all the pieces I've made in between. Ooh, you use, I think that's 2 different gradient yarns. Yeah, one that's going from like this orangey yellow down to green, and then one going from like blue to purple. I love when you have 2 different gradients that are moving with one another, because that always creates the most insane effect. That's always so fun to look at. Gradient yarns are so fun, and I think they shine their best, in my opinion, in blankets, because when you do sweaters, the hard thing with a gradient yarn is that it can look like when you're at the top, it can look like the color is shifting very slowly and then very quickly when you get to the main body, because you're constantly changing the dimensions of what you're working on. So blankets are the perfect way to show that. That's gonna look so freaking cool when it's done. It's cool now. Are y'all just trying to convince me to get into mosaic crochet? Because that's what I'm hearing. Okay, this one is from Keely, aka Kanga Sheep. The thing I'm most proud of making is my Stitches sweater by Kuda Vakika. I adore that pattern. I think it's so cute. Okay, it's the project where I finally understood color dominance and was very proud of myself for keeping my tension somewhat even. I did slightly felt it during blocking, which took the shine off a bit, but I'm still wearing it and I don't care. Next up is the halibut. Okay, the halibut, I feel like it might seem like a breeze in comparison to this. I adore it. Okay, unpopular opinion. I think it looks really good felted. Like, that felted really nicely. And it's not entirely felted, but it looks really cool. You executed that beautifully, and your tension, you can see your tension looks great. You crushed it. You should be proud of yourself, especially so those bottom ones, those zigzags, when you have those longer floats, that's where you start to see the tension issue, is when like people tend to struggle with the longer floats sections on stranded color work, but it looks perfectly flat. I hope it still fits okay, but it looks so good. Okay, this one is from Fili. Why did I ask for names? If I can't pronounce any of them, I would have made such a terrible teacher. I feel that now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Fili, like the dwarf from The Hobbit. Should I just look it up? From Germany. That's helpful. Okay, I can look up German pronunciation for that. Okay, the internet says it's Feli, so if I'm wrong, it's the internet's fault, okay? I would like to submit my Octopus pullover. It's a pattern by Lizabeth Towers, and it was my first test knit ever at the beginning of 2024. As I was a bit intimidated because I just got started knitting garments in 2022, the pattern repeat had almost 90 stitches at the end, but I enjoyed the knitting process so much that I knitted another one, all in test knit period of 2 months. 2 months? Okay, let's open it up. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it with it's got the colorwork motif on top, and then you've got the cables down there. And I love that you went to the sea or ocean to take the picture. That's so cute. I also really love that blue. That's such a beautiful blue. You did 2 of these in 2 months. You crazy. You crazy. In the best way. Okay, also, this wasn't about this video, but I did get an email from Stephanie. I see your email. You're so sweet. Okay, that's all of them for today, and we'll check in tomorrow and see what people have. There ended up being enough submissions where I'm going to break this up into 2 different videos. So this is the first part, obviously, and then part 2 will release in a couple days, a couple weeks. It'll come out eventually. It'll be done by the time you're seeing this, and scheduled to go. If this is something that you'd be interested in being involved in the future, you'd like to submit something, I would recommend, just because I don't really use my Instagram, I would recommend subscribing to the channel and putting on notifications, because I post to the community tab for submissions like this. So I don't really post all that much, and you're really not going to be, or you shouldn't be, inundated with notifications from me. But that's probably the best way to hear about it, because otherwise there's no great way for me to let you know what's going on. So I'm definitely going to make more videos like this in the future, or videos adjacent to this. So that would be posted in the community tab on YouTube itself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone that submitted. It's a brave thing to do, I think. And I really appreciate that. I got so much inspiration and just joy from looking through these. So thank you so much.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot